Hi, welcome back for another weekly garden update here in Grimes County, Texas. I'm about halfway between Houston and Austin down in Zone 8B. So when I moved here, I tilled up part of the backyard to plant onions. And as you can see, I planted my onions in the low part of the yard, and now I have lake onion. From what I can tell, most of them are probably dead. But my first bed should be here at the end. There's some onions in there. Those are actually probably okay. This one similar, and then my last two beds here and here, I think pretty much everything there died. Oh well. Nothing I can do about that until it drains out. Now over here, my wife planted some bok choy, and they're coming up. They're still small. It's been cold, and that's probably not helping much. I did put down some fertilizer. This is actually an old bok choy that survived the Christmas freeze. I moved some radishes out here. These radishes were mostly just planted to test the soil, and as you can see, they're not doing particularly well, but they're also not completely dead. They haven't been getting cared for much. And if you look at this little guy here, I'm pretty sure something ate the end of him. That looks like it got bit. And if you go around here, the carrots are looking bushy. I don't think these are quite ready to pull out yet, but you can see down there at the base, there are definitely some carrot coming up. A lot of grass in here that I need to weed. Yeah, need to do a lot more weeding and taking better care of this. But there are carrots coming up. And the same thing at the other end. And over here we have the Swiss chard. Now, the Swiss chard I had in this tire mostly died, but I had two plants that survived the 15-degree weather around Christmas. This other tire, everything there died. Over here, though, it looks like all of my garlic is coming up. Now, this garlic got planted a little late, and this was just a grocery store garlic bulb from H-E-B that we had around too long, so I figured I'd plant it. But, hey, we'll see. Might get garlic, might not. And now let's go inside and look at the seed starts. Actually, before we go inside, let me just show you this. Here has been my uppotting setup. I picked up a bunch of these little pots, or these bins from Walmart, and I've been just moving the seedlings from these little starter pots into some larger pots. These things. Some leftovers. Picked these actually up at Dollar Tree. So if you're looking for pots, definitely check out Dollar Tree, because these were like $6 for $1. But anyways, I've been moving the seedlings out of these trays into the larger pots, and then filling with this leftover potting mix from last year and a little bit of fertilizer as I go. If I do this again next year, I'm probably not going to bother with these little trays at all and go straight to the larger pots. It's just not worth the effort. I might as well, I'm going to have to repot them anyways before after a few weeks, so I might as well just start with the bigger stuff. So this first section over here, you can see I've got watermelon, and I've got some damage to this first set of leaves on my watermelons. As long as the second set of leaves is coming up good, I think I'm okay. I actually don't know what these, I think these are two heirloom tomato there and there, and that's just a leaf that fell. Some of these have got purple on the leaves, which I believe is a nutritional issue. I believe it's just the bottom of the leaves. Top of the leaves are fine. So hopefully after putting fertilizer down, they'll be okay. Up front, I've got some peppers that didn't label. Worth mentioning there, if you're going to use these trays, don't write your labels on the top of the tray, write your labels on the bottom of the tray. Otherwise, you're going to lose track of your labels. So I have no idea what kind of peppers these are. I believe these are eggplant. They're finally germinating, and in the back I've got more eggplant that are coming up, and those need to be repotted to something bigger and given some fertilizer. Over here, these tomatoes I buried as deep as I could, but they're still a bit leggy. And I'd like better lights, but this is what I got for now. And they seem to be doing okay in the bigger pots. They'll still get buried again, even deeper when I move them outside, but they've got about a month before that happens. Coming down here, I got peppers. Most of these are my wife's peppers. There's some Asian varieties. And they're just getting bigger. More tomatoes. More peppers. These ones. Yeah, this guy. The end's looking really good. If I come over here, the calamansi tree hasn't really gotten much bigger. This is probably going to go in the ground in end of March. And over here, pretty much everything in here is some radishes that I dropped down to test the soil, and we had a couple Thai chili peppers, and most of those have just died off. I have no idea what this is, where like the top of the plant withers. So if anyone knows what that is, and if I should be worried about like not reusing the soil, please let me know in a comment. And then over here, I've got, again, a bunch of radishes, but I also have the Thai chili pepper, which for some reason just kind of fell over and grew across the ground, but it's coming up and it is actually putting on a flower, which I was not really expecting. So see how that does. The experimental sweet potato slips are just doing their thing. And over here, I tried planting some chard. And as you can see, they're really fuzzy. And I don't know if that's a problem or not, if it might be a soil issue or a seed issue. I've now opened the top of that to let some air through, so it's not super humid in there. But we'll just see how it goes. That's pretty much it for the garden this week. I know I'm probably ahead of most of the US, but I'm also in a warmer climate. These are going to be going outside in less than a month, where some of y'all are still going to have snow in a month. I feel sorry for you. No, I don't. You could move. But anyways, that's it for today.